All right, Nick, I figured I'd just look over this. I know you said you were struggling to find some feeling. You had a couple good warm-ups. Um, I do still think out of back sometimes you lead more with that left hip than you do with the arm. I think it's better to lead with that left arm, but the left hip stays closed a little longer. You can sort of see that there. Good pickup time, though. Let's go. It's hard to see with that, if that knee is right inside the... Yeah, you're coming around that pretty well. I do think you're floating here a little, though, more than normal. Like, especially compared to that last session that you had. If we go back to here, your right was coming down. All right, let's just split. Your right would come down right about where that blue line is, but yours is floating right now. And you're just over-rotating it a little bit. It's sort of like as you're in the air, you're like rotating too much towards the back instead of getting that down immediately. Foot height isn't bad with that left foot. Doesn't get too high. And see, even here, you know, it almost looks like that right's getting flat. And the left, not that the left is completely blocked off, but it is a little more shallow. But I think that, let's do this. I think that the left is where it needs to be, but your right foot grounding a little later causes this to happen. Could, you know, if that right foot was over just a little bit, you'd have a lot more torque from that left hip across your abs into the discus. You're still catching that discus, you know, well. That's deep, but it'd be even deeper if that right came down sooner. And I think because that right heel's flat, you really got to jump off of this. Like there, it sort of closes off the rotation when that right heel goes flat, and it does seem like your left arm's not as active or, you know, finishing as well as it could have. I mean, in all seriousness, I don't think this is one of your better technical throws, especially in the last week or two that I've seen. I think that you could piece something better technically together, and you could add 2 meters to this throw, really. Even more, you know, even more if you're catching a good wind, and you're a little more, you know, you felt flat too. So, in my mind, you don't feel flat, and you're a better technical position. This could be a monster throw. So I would just think right down a little sooner. Don't let it float. Get it down right about here is where I think it should be down instead of here. Right there. Left foot stays lower. Keep that right heel up more so that it's a little harder rotation. Rotate forward into that sector. I think you could hit a big one.